So this is probably the absolute hardest video I've ever had to make on my channel. I wasn't ever expecting to make this video.
So guys, the mood has been set. This is the hardest thing he's ever had to do. And did you hear that sad music in the background? Fuck me, I'm on edge. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm ready to cry. I'm ready to feel this pain. Let's find out what's going on.
I worked for a major corporation for the past 8 years before I went YouTube full time. And about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis.
Right, let's look this up quick. Okay, yep, not a nice thing. Some people it just lasts for a few months and goes away. Other people it gets worse, attacks their organs. Yeah, not a nice thing, Okay, but you said that it was about 5 years ago. In your description it says 3 years ago. A little bit confused, but okay.
Well, while working this job for 8 years, I made good money. And I'll be honest, 100% upfront and honest with you. I made $80,000 to $100,000 a year. And during that time, I was doing YouTube full time as well.
Seriously? That's a lot of money. So I'm guessing you're acclimatized to a very nice lifestyle then. And I would hope that you would have a lot of savings by this point. Blimey, that is a lot of money. And you were doing YouTube full time as well at the same time. You're such a hard worker, dude. So just shows your passion for YouTube.
In February, I lost my job. And the reason I lost my job is because I was missing too much work. The reason I was missing too much work is because I was sick. I would call off days. Even though I was under FMLA, they found a way to remove me. Even though I was one of the best at what I did. Companies don't like you when you don't show up every single day.
Well, yes, companies do tend to get pissed off and fire you if they're paying you for a job and you're not bothering to turn up. And yeah, you say that you weren't going to work because you were too ill, but I don't really remember seeing you taking a break from your YouTube videos. I mean, maybe your condition is something that you can do YouTube video-wise, but if they happen to see your channel and then you're calling in to work sick, saying you can't work because you're too ill, and then they see that you're actually still making videos, my guess is that they would probably assume that you're not actually sick, you're just taking time off so that you can make even more YouTube videos.
It's hard, man. The past 6 months has been great, right? Like, I took out my 401k, I took out any money that I had, and I went hard as I could on YouTube.
Are you serious? Are you saying that you lost your job, so in response to that, you took all your money and pumped it into YouTube, knowing full well that it may return a nice investment and it may not, and you may end up with fuck all? Is this what he's seriously saying? Okay, guys, he's setting the scene again. He's talking about his passion for YouTube. You know, basically, he is the most passionate YouTuber of all time. The music is getting louder and a little bit more hopeful, but it's still sad. Still keeping us in the moment. Still keeping us in the mood.
Coming down the line to right now where we're at, and I'm in a rough spot. I never thought I would have to make a video like this. It's almost embarrassing.
Fuck me, ladies and gents. He's just pulled out the big boy tears. Fuck me. I'm telling. What is it when you see a grown man cry that it just makes you just hits you on the inside and you're just like, fuck, I need to help this guy. Like, shit, he just pulled that move on us. Fuck me.
Somebody who's made $80,000 to $100,000 a year most of his life, being in a position where he's worried about money.
And the only real response I can give to that is welcome to my world and the majority of the rest of the planet's world, where every day you are having to worry about money and watch what you're spending. And if you're in a really poor country, well, you haven't even got money to worry about. You're just trying to find a piece of bread to eat. So, yeah, welcome. We will accept you with an acceptance hug. Come here, you.
Views are low right now for Call of Duty channels across the board. My buddies Hollow, Chaos, everyone.
This is true, and it's rather normal for this time of year when everyone's starting to get bored of the current Call of Duty. This happens every year. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. It's just like everyone knows that YouTubers earn a little bit less, say around January time, simply because Christmas has just been, and advertisers after that aren't as bothered and aren't paying as much for their ads to be done.
It's a rough time. And I've gotten to the point where I've delinquished everything that I had saved, and now I'm worried.
Like I just said, this drop in views is normal for this time of year. Everyone knows that it happens every year, so Biblical Reaper should have known that it happens every year. He's been around long enough to know this, and so surely he should have been preparing for this already? But no, apparently he wasn't, and now he's penniless. Or, well, he at least doesn't have money in his savings. He's not actually saying how much he's down to.
Some may say, go find a real job, work a real job and do YouTube, which I may start doing. But I have this hope and this dream just to make it till November, December, January, when I know Call of Duty channels are blooming and I know I would do awesome.
So let me get this straight. He's got himself into a bad financial situation, and he is actually, from what he said before, is qualified to do a good job that would earn him decent money. But instead of going out and getting a fucking job like that and getting himself out of this situation, he has a dream to keep going on YouTube, even though it's obviously not making him enough money, until November, December, January time, when the Call of Duty channels pick up traction again, because he knows he'll be awesome at it. Is this guy on crack?
I've done nothing but give my whole heart to what I love and doing, and that's YouTube. So what I've set up is I'm setting up a GoFundMe. You don't have to, but if you want to, I could really use some help. And it's embarrassing to ask, right? Having a kid, having a house, car. I've never been so scared about something in my life.
And there it is, asking for money. How did I know? Look, I understand that this guy really loves YouTube. It's like his dream to be a YouTube content creator, as it is with a lot of people. But sometimes you need to grow the fuck up and prioritize. If you're in a situation, whether you made that situation yourself or not, if you're in a bad situation, sometimes you need to push your dreams aside and start to fucking prioritize. And if that means not being able to do your dream for a little while you sort shit out, then you fucking do it. You even say that you have a kid, well then that kid is your priority, not your dream. All of that should be pushed aside. It's your kid, to make sure that he is provided for and looked after. That is what your priorities should be, and you should be happy to do whatever it takes to sort that situation out and make sure that your kid is well provided for. You say that you have a car and a house. Well, apparently from what I've heard, you have like a Mercedes-Benz. Sell that fucker, that'll get you quite a bit of money, and just run around in an old banger for a little while until you get yourself sorted. Also, if you've got a house, downsize, sell it, get yourself a smaller house. There are so many things you could do. All that equipment in the background, you could fucking sell that. You do what you need to do to get yourself out of these situations, not ask other people to do it for you. Now, I know I'm likely to get a lot of hate on this video, but let me just put it out there. I'm one of these mindless Biblical Reaper haters. I actually think the guy's alright. Like, he's not my cup of tea, his video style, but, he's always seemed like an alright guy. I even made a video on him, not so long ago, kind of defending him, because everyone was bashing on him for his YouTube tactics, and I kind of defended him in my video. So I don't just hate the guy, but this video infuriated me, and for several reasons. And it's not because he's asking for money. That isn't actually the reason. It's because he's asking for money without trying to sort the situation out himself first. It's really ridiculous. He fully admits that he's got himself into this situation because he was stupid. Someone said to him, "You're asking for money, but you've just ordered a new iPhone 7. And he said, "Yeah, I'm going to send that back when it comes, but it's stuff like that is the reason why I'm in this situation." So basically you're admitting you're in financial difficulty because you were an idiot and spent money willy-nilly buying stupid stuff like an iPhone 7, which you really didn't need. That just in itself is just but okay, yeah, he admits that it was his own fault. But he's not trying to remedy the situation at all. He could go back out and get a job. He's quite freely admitted in this video that he probably won't do that because he doesn't want to do that. He wants to carry on doing YouTube. But then he admits that YouTube isn't bringing in enough money. Hence why he needs donations from people. He needs donations of $10,000 from people. Who in their right minds needs $10,000 to live on? He reckons this is going to keep him going until November, December, January when the COD channel starts picking back up. then why, that's less than 6 months. Why do you need $10,000 to keep you going that long? Like, what kind of lifestyle are you living? That's absolutely ridiculous that you'd need that much to live on. You need to prioritize. If you're having situation like a financial situation like this, you need to just pay your priority bills and make sure there's food on the table, and that's it. Don't worry about anything else. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then he's saying that in November, December, January time, it'll all pick up again, and he'll do automating. Well, he doesn't know he's going to do automating. He doesn't know that it's actually going to work out for him, and that he's going to be able to, YouTube's going to be able to bring in a substantial income for him to be able to live on. That he doesn't know that. Plus, it's just like, look, this happens every time. This happens every year around this time of year. That the views on Call of Duty channels, they start to die off, and they're not making nowhere near as much money. He's been in this game long enough to know that this happens. He should have been preparing for this instead of buying a fucking iPhone 7. And what is he going to do? If he's having this trouble now this year, what is he going to do next year when it all happens again? Is he going to ask for another $10,000 from people? Like, come on. Like, these are the points I'm making. Like, the guy also has so much he could do to get himself out of this situation. He could go out and get himself a fucking job and put YouTube just to the side for a little while until he gets his shit sorted out and then come back to it. That is the sort of thing that people, grown-ups, fucking do. I work a job that I don't really like, and I don't get paid that good of money for considering the type of job I do. But I fucking do it because I got bills to pay. I'd love to sit at home all day playing video games and making videos, but I have bills to pay. This is the real world, so I get out there and fucking do it. It really feels like he's been an idiot. He spent all his money, and now he wants people to fund his lifestyle. It's really ridiculous. There is so much that he could do to help himself. He could go out, like I've said, go out and get himself a job. He seems qualified enough to go and get himself a good, well-paying job. Go out and do that. He could sell his car. Apparently he's got Mercedes-Benz. Like, sell that and just run around in an old banger for a little while. Come on. Apparently his house is rather big. Downsize. Sell it and get yourself a smaller house. All of these things that he could do to remedy the situation he's in and get himself out of it, actually fucking man up and do the right thing. But no, he wants to chase his dreams on YouTube, so you guys should all fund him so that he can do this. Fuck off. No, fuck off. That is bang out of order. That is that is what infuriates me. Not that he's asking for money, but that he's asking for money without trying to sort the situation out himself. If he'd done all of this stuff, sold his equipment, he'd fucking sold his car, downgraded, and fucking got a job. Even if he'd just gone out and got a job and he was still in difficulty and then asked for money, I wouldn't have a problem. I'd be like, okay, guy's going through a rough patch, yeah? But he hasn't tried. Nothing. He says in the video that he'll try and sell some stuff within reason. No, you sell what you have to. Anything you need to sell, you fucking sell it. You have a kid, mate. Prioritise. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it, guys. This video really infuriated me simply because he's just being an absolute idiot. He really is. And I'm not going to donate to him because I refuse to help someone that won't even help themselves. But anyway, guys, that has been it from me. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. I love you guys. Bye!